Welcome to the Nicole Marie Experience. I am so excited to be sharing all the things I love, makeup tutorials, skincare reviews, and we'll be getting into some girl talk. You know what that means. Yep, you guessed it, my love for wine, and so much more. So come along for the ride. We're going to be spilling all the tea. Well, I guess I should say all the wine. Hey everybody, welcome to the Nicole Marie Experience. So, as you can see, my hair looks way crazy. It is time to put my braids back in. Yes, it's time to put them back in. I have, I had them for a month. They were looking a little crazy. So I decided, you know what, this is the perfect time to take them out and do them again. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the process that goes into doing my hair. Now, I have decided I've always decided since like 2020 that I was going to do my own braids. During the pandemic, I decided that I wanted to just put my hair up because I wanted to take the time. I got laid off from my job. I wanted to take the time to kind of grow my hair out. So I looked on YouTube and I looked up knotless braids and tried to follow along. They were looking a little rough at first, but I practiced obviously I practiced because I was doing my braids since 2020. And I literally had them probably for maybe 2 years, maybe a year and a half, more or less, I think 2 years, because I really wanted my hair to grow out. Around that time, around 2020, I was having just such issues with my hair as well as my skin. I was going through a really bad eczema breakout. I mean, it was all over my hands, my wrists, my neck, and even in my hair. It almost looked like psoriasis, but it was eczema because when I went to the dermatologist, that's what they told me that it was. Actually, I went to my primary care doctor, back then, and she told me it was scabies. It was not. I went to the doctor, she gave me a prescription for scabies. It was not that. It actually made it 10 times worse. It was like peeling and it was hurting and it was literally it looked like open sores. It was really bad. So I went to the dermatologist and I had really bad eczema, believe it or not. And I had different topical creams, one different for my hands, my wrists, and my hairline. So during that time that I was dealing with my eczema, I had breakage throughout my hair. I think it was also the bleach baths I was taking that wasn't helping, because the bleach baths were able to help with the bacteria, I guess, that was on my skin. That the dermatologist said it worked, and it did. But I don't know what it did for my hair. So I had a lot of breakage in my hair, as well as because of the eczema and the dry scalp, I had edges, but on the closer to my hairline was literally gone. So like I said, I wanted to take the opportunity to kind of help it grow back, not to touch it, not to put my hands in it, and just let it grow and hopefully heal. So I decided to, like I said, put it in knotless braids, and I've been practicing and doing it ever since. And now I've gotten to a point where it actually looks damn near professional. When I tell them I do it myself, they're so shocked because they look so good. And I really take my time to do them, and I have a mirror right here. I have all my products, and I usually use my my ring light to help with just to see a little bit more, and I use my phone so I can make sure the parts are straight enough. So like I said, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tutorial on how I get them done. I'm going to do a couple for you, and then I will come back towards the end and show you the finished product. It's going to take me a couple hours, more or less 9, but I like to sit here, relax. I have my glass of wine, of course, and I sit, watch movies, watch shows, and just do my braids. And it's very calming, very relaxing. I have not done anybody else's braids yet. People keep asking me to do them, and I'm so nervous. I don't know if I could do other people's braids. It's just the stress and the pressure. I don't know if I can handle it. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, So I don't know if that's going to work out, but we'll see. More practice. Maybe if I get it a little bit faster and it doesn't take me literally damn near all day, then I might consider it for a small fee. Not as much as these other braiders, are no shade, but some of these prices, ugh, stressful. And I get to do it in the comfort of my own home and just relax and chill, like I said. So it won't be as bad. It won't be like 800 to 1,000, but it's gonna be a small fee. But that's if I decide to do it. I don't know. I'm kind of content of doing my own braids, so we'll see. So as you can see, I parted my hair in 3 different sections, 2 in the front and 1 big one in the back. And so the way that I usually do it is I do 1 section here, this section, and then the whole back. I kind of just make the parts are a little bit bigger in the back, but we'll see. I was thinking if I wanted to do smaller braids, but it's just going to take too long. So I'll probably do it the way that I usually do it. So yeah, so I've gotten a different color. Like I said, my hair is colored, so I've gotten a certain color to kind of match it a little bit. The front, I have a kind of a patch here in the front, and so I use the whole color. This is 27, and then for the rest, so I usually use like literally a couple of strands of this for the front, and then I go to the 1B, the T27, which is a mixture of the dark and the blonde. And hopefully after this, I'm gonna go get my hair not recolored but retouched and kind of maybe a little bit more lighter, a little bit more brown in the back, and just kind of retouch everything after I take these braids out. And so I'll go to the salon and do that. All right, so usually what I do is after I washed it, obviously it's nice and dry, use the blow dryer to kind of, just make sure it's nice and dry, of course, and, here we go. So I have been using the Blue Magic coconut oil. Now let me tell you, when I was in the midst of the eczema, this was my saving grace. This really helped me a lot. Blue Magic, don't sleep on it, okay? Because we know, my 90s kids, we use not this particular one, but the blue one or the green one. I know my grandma used to have this. My mom used to have this. She used to put it in my hair. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This has been so helpful. I know we have these so many different brands and oils and what not to use and what to use, and this has been really helpful. So I'm gonna keep using it. I know a lot of people say, well, coconut oil is not that. It works for me, so I'm gonna still use it. So I have my mirror right here, so I'm gonna look in the mirror. I'm just gonna put it on my scalp here and part it, because the most important thing is to make sure that your scalp is not too dry. So we're just gonna put a little bit, not too much. We want to really protect the scalp as well as your hair, because nothing's worse than using a protective style and it's not protecting anything. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with the Curls Blueberry and Mint scalp treatment. I just put a little bit on my scalp. Like I said, I really try to take care of my hair while it's in a protective style, and that starts, from the beginning. Using my brush, kind of just brushing it through. My hair my hair was really thick when I was a kid, and then you go through puberty and perming it and just doing a lot to it, and so it lost kind of its natural state from when I was like 4 or 5 years old. But now I think it's kind of close to when I was little again, because when I tell you it's not, I keep praying. I'm like, come on, please, please, please grow down, not out, because I literally looks like a lion. Like, it's so huge, but I'm really not complaining because I have come so far in my hair care journey. I've come really far. So I'm happy that it's growing bigger. It will eventually go down. It's fine. So yeah. So I also just ordered, it's not biotin, but it's another oil to help with growth. Because like sometimes when you pull and it's just the wear and tear, your edges kind of get a little bit thin. So I just want to make sure that they're nice and healthy. All right, so I am using the All Day Locks Braid Gel. Now, this is my first time using this. I saw this on somebody else's TikTok or Instagram or YouTube or something. And they use this instead of a edge control. Now, I am trying so hard. As you can see, I have really thick hair, coarse hair. And I'm trying really hard to find a edge control that actually really works. You know what I mean? You put it on, it's nice and slick, and then 2 minutes later it pops up and I got little coils. I mean, I am bracing my hair, but I want my edges nice and slick at least for a couple of hours. Doesn't have to be all day. It could just be a couple of hours. Maybe even give me an hour. I would take an hour. But it doesn't last longer than 5 minutes. And it just goes. So I'm going to test a lot of different edge controls. Now, this braiding gel says that it's used as an excellent edge gel. So we'll see if this actually really works. I have used the Edge Booster, the Mael, the Cantu, I feel like I used so many of them, the olive oil, and none of those the edge control that helps with braiding, like after I braid it, is the Edge Booster. Now, when I first started using that, it didn't really work. Like it was flaky and it just didn't work. But I don't know if they changed the formulas because now they have different scents. The one that I use is the pink one. It's cherry flavored or cherry scented or whatever it is. That one works when I'm braiding. But after a while, maybe like a couple of weeks or so, the edge control doesn't really do anything to my edges. So I'm on a journey to find the best edge control that works the longest. So only time will tell. So I'm going to be testing a lot of them. And I'm going to be recording kind of the beginning and, maybe the end of the day to see like who holds the longest. And I'll be testing out a lot of edge control because I know I'm not the only person that has this problem. I know a lot of people have 4C, 4-3, or 4B or 4C hair, and it can be tough. Like it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to find products that actually work with your hair. So I'm just trying to test as many as I can. So yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, so now we have the hair, the Goldilocks hair. We're going to start with the top here. Like I said, I'm only going to do a couple, maybe a braid or two, maybe a couple of braids so that you can see exactly what I'm doing, and maybe you can try doing your braids yourself. If I could do it, you can do it. So we'll see. All right, so now I'm going to take my little not my edge control brush with the tip here that really helps to get those nice straight parts, and then we're gonna just go along to my ear, and it's pretty straight for the first cut. Yeah, it looks good to me. All right, I'm gonna take a rubber band, pull back the rest of the hair, and then I'm going to use my clips to kind of just help the hair stay in place. All right, so boom, done. All right, so we're going to do the first pocket here since I have the hair right here. Now, with the front, I usually do it to the front so that the boxes are cleaner. All right, so let's take some of this braiding gel. Let's put this right here. Like I said, this is my first time using this, so I'm kind of excited to see the outcome, if I'll be happy. If not, then I'm gonna be pissed, but whatever. All right, so we're going in the front, making a box here, not too straight. Nothing's worse than getting the hair stuck in the braid. Then you gotta take it out. Then I take the brush on this end and just kind of slick it back a little bit. Make sure the parts are nice and clean. Alright, we got that down. So now we're going to take 3 strands of the braiding hair. And wait, this might be a little big. Okay, boom, done. All right, so we're gonna take 3, part the hair in 3 parts. We're gonna start off with braiding your own hair, just like 1 or 2 loops. Then I'm gonna take the braiding hair towards the end and start feeding it in. Now I'm going to take another strand of braiding hair, and towards the end, because that's how I get my length, is I do it towards the end. And then start braiding a little bit further down. As you can see, I have a short end. That's fine. And now I'm going to take the last piece here and feed it in all the way. All the way. Now, if I don't like the braid, I'll take it out, which is fine. And there we go. Braid done. Looks pretty good, right? See, if I could do it, you could do it. All right, let's do one more, and then I will continue, and I'll show you guys the finished product at the end. Who knows what time it will be.